The world is clearly made up of a radical distinction between winning and losing. Basically, this is what makes up the world, makes you move towards pleasure as opposed to pain, actually creates vision as such. Throughout the centuries, there's been an attempt to blur the distinction between winning and losing through nationalism, in which case winning becomes a kind of, or losing, if it's sacrificed, becomes a kind of winning for the community. There is religion, in which case the first will be last, everything is reversed. There is the vanitas concept, which is that winning becomes losing anyway, because you're going to die anyway. And all these things are still within this culture, in fact even more so with Damien Hirst's diamond-encrusted skull, etc. And the idea that we're all in this together, this kind of pseudo-democracy. But there is a kind of everybody's in it together with their carbon footprint, etc. And also with postmodernism, which inverts everything. So there are no standards now. There's no difference between winning and losing, except in a material sense. If you make a lot of money, you're definitely a winner, and if you perform well, you're definitely a winner. And if you don't do those things, you're definitely a loser. So what we have now is on the cultural level, you have an ambiguity between winning and losing in the cultural sense, with postmodernism, with a complete annihilation of values and the reversal of values. But you have a new sprouting up of kind of more and more games in which winning and losing are separated out even more. In the cultural sense, they're compressed and everything's confused. But in the performative sense and in the financial sense, they're very much separated out. So you have lots of things like where you used to have a band like The Who that would redefine the definition of what it is to be a success. Now you have people playing the game within the rules of the game. You have X Factor and pop music instead of rock music. Instead of this Promethean thing, you have people basically playing the game that has been predetermined and overdetermined. You have that now with the sort of young British artists that we have had, which is kind of like you don't particularly become a culturally a Renaissance man, you just wait for the call from the dealer. And now you have this even more so with the Saatchi school, which kind of like makes that even more like a lottery. So it's a kind of a pseudo-paradoxical democracy. But instead of a spiritual hierarchy or a cultural hierarchy, you have a financial hierarchy, basically. And everything's a game. And winning and losing is a struggle with a machine. It's like getting a computer to work. It's like trying to be in rather than out. So we're all stuck there. Okay?